Okay, so back with another teaser video today. As you can see, I look a little disheveled, and that's because I've been waking up very early and working on this app like a madman. And I'm getting more and more excited that we are getting closer and closer to releasing it publicly. But today, just another teaser video to let you know and show you a little bit about what is in store and why I'm getting excited about this app and why you might be getting excited about it as well, and why you should be, I think. So this is essentially how the app is going to look. This might change, of course, by the time we release it in maybe a week or two. But essentially what you're going to get access to is overall industry trends when it comes to the US TV channel sync licensing marketplace. So what's getting placed on TV shows in the US in the last month? That's essentially what this app is going to answer for you, okay? You can start off by checking out our overall trends. You can find out which tracks got placed the most, okay? You can scroll down to find out which tracks got placed the longest. And each one of these you can click on, and I'll show you on one of them, and you can find out which library it came from with a direct link to that library. Listen to the track on Spotify so you can hear for yourself, maybe use it as a reference track if you want to, and also listen to an MP3 recording of the track being placed actually on TV. So you can understand exactly how it was placed and what was its use case, background, featured, theme, that kind of a thing. Of course, you can't see on your screen, but there's all kinds of metadata as well, from the genre, the mood, the key, even the BPM. Is it vocal? Is it instrumental? We've got all that for you. Okay, so you know exactly what's happening right off the bat. But also, maybe you'd like to know in the last month which genres were placed the most. And I'm giving you guys a lot of the data that you're going to get access to here in just a little bit. But dance R&B is the master genre that actually gets placed the most. I was surprised to see that. I would think it'd be a little bit more in the orchestral realm, but actually dance R&B, which includes pop and electro and a whole bunch of subgenres, is the master genre that's the most popular right now, at least based on these 10 channels that we've been sampling. Kind of interesting, right? Which moods are getting placed the most? Well, if you looked at our chart and you get access to this, you'd find out that it's powerful and romantic. I was surprised by romantic. Didn't think that would show up on the top 10, but it did. Which tempos are getting placed? As I've told you guys, the mid to up tempo tempos, speeds, BPMs usually get placed the most, and our data is bearing that out. It's medium and fast that are basically getting you the most of the placements. Which instruments are used the most? We've got bass guitar as number one, kind of surprising, and then followed by piano and then electric guitar. So it seems like the acoustic instruments are definitely kind of bringing the most of the placements here. If you've ever been curious, are there certain keys that tend to get placed more often? Actually, yes, C major, believe it or not, from what we've sampled, probably because it's the most easy key to compose in, is the most popular. And then you might want to know, how many tracks are instrumental versus vocal? Well, we can tell you that it's a little over half of them are instrumental, but a good chunk of them are vocal. And then, of course, the vocal gender, which I don't know if you can see yet, but vocal gender right here shows you that it is a little bit more female, 63% versus male. So that's a sort of overall kind of data insight that you can get from SyncMatch to start off with. So that's kind of a cool beginning place, but it only gets better from here. So let's say you want to look for a genre that you potentially focus on. Well, you can actually go through all of our genres. We actually have, I'd say, a little around 60 or 70 that we've detected with our placement detections to find out exactly what would be right for you. And so you can get some insights directly, specifically based on your particular genres. Let's say you do alternative rock, something in that wheelhouse. Right off the bat, would you like to know which tracks in alternative rock have gotten placed the most? Well, that's what you get access to immediately. The track title, the mood, and of course, just like with the other ones, you can listen to it, you can listen to the snippet, and also get a direct link to the library that supplied it. So you get that kind of direct insight immediately. Of course, maybe you'd like to know, well, which libraries are getting the most placements with alternative rock? Well, with our app, you'd find out right away. Audio Attack Production Music is doing the most in terms of it had that one particular track that got 135 placements, okay? Then followed by Sesame, Alt Life Music with BMG, and more that you can find here, okay? Maybe you'd like to know which shows are using alternative rock the most. Well, it's Fox College Football, okay, by far, basically taking the cake there. And of course, we have channels as well. So which channel is basically getting most of those placements, and you'll see very quickly and instantly that it's Fox, okay? So really cool direct insights that you can get from the genre if you'd like to do that. Now, here's where it gets even more powerful. You come down to libraries. Let's say you want to find out some direct insights on libraries, what a particular library has gotten placed, where their action is, what they're better at, what their track record shows in the last month, what they're getting. Well, you can obviously just go through all of our list of, I think we have around 250 to 300 different companies. So lots of different companies you can select from. But here's what's really powerful about it. Let's say you just want to find out your particular genre. Well, you just filter these results based on your genre. So again, we can go to alternative rock and it'll only pull up actually these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 placement or 7 companies. Actually, no, it's more than that. We have the first page as well. But these companies are the companies that basically have focused and specialized in alternative rock. So you don't have to sort through 250 or 300 companies. You can actually just sort out through the ones for your genres. And you can also combine to say, I want alternative rock and Afrobeat. Are there any companies that have done both? And it'll actually sort those out as well. So you can find out which ones have done both of those. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so let's say you go into one of these, you think Strike Audio is going to be a great company for you to potentially research and do some work with. Right off the bat, here's the top placed tracks that they have secured, what the genre is, the mood, listen to it, listen to the snippet, all that good stuff, and of course the channel, so you can find out exactly where it's getting placed. Then you could go down here, and here's where this gets really powerful for you. Which genres are Strike Audio doing the best? Well, you can see here it's orchestral, so maybe that would indicate that's what you should submit to Strike, right? Dramatic is their most placed mood. Their instruments, bass guitar. So you probably don't want to skip on bass guitar. Which tempos are they doing the best in? Well, 80 to 120 right here. You can see with the medium, that would be a very, very powerful thing for you to do. D minor, believe it or not, for whatever reason, is actually the most used key. Now here's where I think it gets very, very useful for you guys, okay? So you'd want to know, okay, I want to pitch to this company and I have some vocal music and I also have some instrumental tracks. Which would be better for them? If you come down to any particular library and you see that it's basically all instrumental, right? There's not a single vocal track that we detected through Strike Audio. They're one of these production libraries that is focused and specifically doing great with instrumental music. Instrumental music is not dead. I know that vocals are getting more popular, but this gives you an indication that this would be a company you want to send orchestral tracks to, maybe in the key of D, definitely using a dramatic mood. You'd want to probably include a bass guitar, right? These are the kind of things that give you this insider access to information about what's actually getting placed the most with each particular library. I think that's very, very valuable. I think that's really amazing. Of course, you can go search this stuff through TV shows as well. Coming back to the main page here on the app, that if you want to just kind of look at which particular shows you'd like to find out what tracks are getting placed, you can click on any one of these, get the top placed tracks, which libraries are supplying this TV show, the top libraries at least, and all the other genres and breakdowns that we've had. You can also filter these as well to say, I want to only find TV shows where alternative rock gets placed. It'll only filter out the ones where alternative rock has a track placement or a recent record of getting placements with that genre, okay? Very useful, and the same thing goes for TV channels. So if you wanted to find out which channels maybe are doing best and which ones are focused on which library, which genres, and the moods and the instruments and all that good stuff, it's broken down by channel as well. Now, the killer feature is the one that I'm not gonna give you guys a preview of in this video because I'm still working out the sort of last minute kinks on this to make sure that it's flawless and seamless. But TagMatch, this is going to be the killer feature of this app that I don't think you guys are ready for. This is going to be where you can upload a track of yours. Our system will tag it, analyze it, and then pair you and match you with those TV shows, TV channels, but most importantly, production music libraries that have recently secured placements with your same tags. Genre, mood, instruments, etc., etc. We have a whole host of amazing, insightful, useful, and sync-focused tags that we can put on your tracks. Not only that, we're going to be giving you suggested track titles that are sync-focused and sync-friendly in case you're struggling to come up with a track title for your track, which I know is a very common issue for a lot of producers. And we'll also give you a track description, a text description, which can be very useful and valuable for a production music library, especially if you're pitching to them and you say, I've already got track titles, I've already got descriptions. Here you go. That could put you ahead of the competition. We'll also give you an in-demand score, letting you know based on how many different TV shows have used your style of music. 1 to 10, essentially 10 meaning you're in a really strong position to get your tracks placed on a variety of different shows, or down to 1 where not many tracks or not many TV shows or maybe none are using your genre. So you would know immediately if you're going in a licensable direction or not, just with your genre and your mood. And of course, we can give you similar tracks to your genre and your mood in terms of these are proven tracks that have just been placed recently And here's a link to their Spotify. Here's a link to download the MP3 snippet of the track being placed on TV. So if you've been looking for a specific reference track from these libraries and you don't know which one you should be modeling on because you don't know which ones have been placed, again, this app solves that problem for us. It gives us specific custom reference tracks to follow and use, not rip off, of course, but get inspired by and study and analyze based on our particular genre and mood, okay? And we're going to have even more features on top of that. So this is why I'm getting excited about it. If you are watching this for the first time and you're just learning about these features, maybe you're getting excited as well. And this would be a very, very good time to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And make sure you keep an eye out in your email inbox, because I'll definitely be making announcements if you're on my email list. If you're not on it, just go to syncmymusic.com and sign up for my free course, and you'll get added to our mailing list so that you will get immediately and first sort of announcements when we're ready to start announcing this thing going out into the public. So I'm excited. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, also suggestions, some of the things you're seeing here, some of these features came from beta testers, came from many of you that have been very, very gracious and given me so many great insights and suggestions. So please keep those coming, and I am open to all suggestions at this point. I want to make this seamless. I want to make this powerful. I want to make it easy to use. And definitely, I will make it as affordable as I possibly can, okay? This is going to be meant for every sync licensing producer that is serious about getting their tracks into our marketplace. And it's not for the wealthy sync licensing producers, not for the elite. It's for everybody that is at least serious enough to use and take this data and put it in their back pocket for their own advantage. So I think you guys are going to be well served by this app. So can't wait to get it in your hands. But again, we're at the last 5 to 10%. So I'm going to get back to work right now, making sure we iron out all these kinks so that when it's ready for you, it'll be a game-changing app.